all right, going to do these songs. I'm going to talk about these records in one take because there's so many I want to cover. So this is just going to be raw, and I'm probably going to make a lot of mistakes, but I'm going to do my best. Uh, Man, Billboard's Hot 100, week of April 13th, 1968. This was a surprise hit. Not a big one, but it was a surprise. You got the Strawberry Alarm Clock, some of the psychedelic acts on Billboard's Hot 100 that week. You got the Monkees, the Hollies. You got this record by Guy Marsh, a throwback to the big band era. Loving You has made me bananas. I love it. I could hear that like in a Fred Astaire musical or a Ronald Reagan movie back in the 30s and 40s. Uh, Guy Marsh, an actor, comedian, and impressionist, he got real big in the 60s on TV. Did a lot of TV stuff in the 60s. Merv Griffin, Dean Martin, Joey Bishop. First became really famous, got his big break when he was a regular on the Joey Bishop show back in 1962, 63. Made his first appearance on Ed Sullivan in 1960. 1964, finds Guy Marsh at the Hollywood Palace. This was in Vegas, I believe, doing a nightclub skit. The nightclub skit was called How the West Was Really Won. And this is where he did his impeccable impressions, his imitations of Gary Cooper, Humphrey Bogart, a Native American Indian, and Robert Mitchum. He comes out with this song in 1968, a parody of the big band conventions, a medley of sorts. And it's a surprise hit. I mean, go figure. Comes in at number 90 the week of April 13th, 1968. It will go to number 51. Not shabby for a novelty record. That's a throwback to the big band era. Did go to number 19 on the adult charts. Not surprised, a big adult hit for Guy Marsh. This would resonate more with the older people who are over 40 years old who grew up in the big band era back then. Back at that time, the 40 and 45-year-olds who hated the Beatles, who hated rock and roll, who they couldn't even make out who Janis Joplin was. As far as they were concerned, she was from another planet. But big band, the music which they grew up with, bang. This had to have been a nostalgic tour de force for them, for that age group. Guy Marsh, Loving You Has Made Me Bananas. From Billboard's Hot 100 of April 13th, 1968.